THA stands against SSFL inequities, considers their own sports league. Communications Worker Union demands answers on TSTT and Hilton. And new airport terminal in final stretch for commissioning. Good evening, Tobago. I'm Renessa Ortiz, bringing you the stories you need to know for this Tuesday, August 13th, 2026. From the big headlines to the issues impacting your community, you are locked into Tobago Updates television news. Leading off tonight, the Tobago House of Assembly is taking a firm stance against the Secondary Schools Football League following recent developments regarding Tobago schools. Chief Secretary Farley Augustine says the Assembly
Chief Secretary Farley Augustine has expressed deep frustration over the treatment of Tobago schools within the Secondary Schools Football League structure. Addressing the financial and logistical inequities, Augustine pointed out that Tobago teams bear an unfair travel burden compared to their Trinidad counterparts, traveling significantly more throughout the season just to remain in the competition.
I directed the Division of Legal Affairs to look at all our legal options on behalf of our schools. The THA Act gives the Tobago House Assembly responsibility for schools, responsibility for sport, responsibility for education, including curriculum, and of course and extracurriculum activities. And any attempt, I think, to marginalize Tobagoans based on geography, I think should be rejected. Having said that, however, I feel as though we are always begging to be included, and quite frankly, we just fed up begging to be included.
Highlighting the statutory responsibility of the THA under the Assembly Act to safeguard sports and education for Tobago's youth, the Chief Secretary asserted that marginalizing athletes based on geography will not be tolerated. Rather than continually advocating for fair inclusion within the existing framework, Augustine revealed that Tobago is prepared to fund, broadcast, and establish its own independent league to connect local talent nationally and internationally.
Our own league, funding it, having it broadcasted, and having that connection nationally and internationally for our athletes, because at some point we need not to beg and to just create our own pathway and go that way. I'm certain in my mind that we are not begging anybody at the SSFL. Certain about that.
Augustine emphasized that the disparity in travel obligations remains unjustified, noting that while Trinidad schools object to minimal travel, Tobago institutions are routinely expected to make multiple trips across channel each season.
For us in Tobago, we spend a whole lot of money engaging national bodies and participating. In fact, it costs us more because there are more Trinidad schools at the Premier League. So we have to travel for more away games than we have home games. So it's costing us more, and I don't understand why for the schools that it will cost 1 or 2 trips. They are adamant that they should not come to Tobago when Tobago schools have to make the trip to Trinidad 5 and 6 and more times than that in order to participate. And I think it really does not make sense. There is no justification for it.
The Chief Secretary reiterated that the Assembly will move forward with creating distinct opportunities for the island's youth, ensuring Tobago's young sporting talent receives equal exposure and fair play without relying on external administration. AMPLIA Balgobin, reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Mounting tensions between the Communication Workers Union and state sector entities are coming to a head tonight. CW Secretary General Joanne Okur is demanding immediate clarity on stalled wage talks at TSTT alongside looming job security threats at the Trinidad Hilton. Joel Green George brings us the details.
The union represents workers across 2 major bargaining periods from 2020 to 2025. Despite TSTT recording its highest profit in 17 years, the company initially offered a 0% increase. Management later offered a one-off $15,000 payout, which the union vehemently rejected as disrespectful.
We have been given too much. Some of them are doing 2 to 3 jobs on 2019 salaries, and 10% is not an irresponsible ask. 10% over 2-3 year periods is sufficient.
The union points to heavy spending on corporate retreats, foreign travel, and event sponsorship like the Caribbean Premier League, while frontline technicians continue to wait on updated salaries.
You cannot record profit of this magnitude and the largest in 17 years and then come to tell the union, no. So if you're telling us no, then tell us why. Tell us why. And tell us, did you cook the books?
Meanwhile, uncertainty hangs over the Trinidad Hilton, where 200 to 250 jobs remain at risk. Management issued notice letters setting a September 18th deadline. That move directly contradicts public assurances from Line Minister Saddam Hussein that jobs are secure.
But if workers' jobs are safe, and we're speaking about between 200 to 250 jobs, maybe on the breadline, let me say that. If these jobs are safe, then why would the hotel issue letters of notices to employees? The general manager would have also indicated that these talks are being very fruitful. So if these talks are being fruitful, then why give you something that could signal that the talks are not being fruitful? And that is all the union is asking.
While some long-serving workers are ready to exit if offered fair packages, others want guaranteed employment. The union insists it will negotiate proper severance packages while fixing ongoing calculation errors. Reporting for Tobago Updates Television News, I'm Jewel Green-George.
The wait for the full operationalization of the new A&R Robinson International Airport Terminal is moving into its final stretch. The Chief Secretary, Fali Augustine, says that while the official opening date ultimately rests with Cabinet, Phase 1 of the internal works is complete, clearing the way for transition simulation exercises and a formal commissioning ahead of the upcoming high-density travel season. Here's more. Expectations surrounding the activation of the new terminal building at Crown Point continue to grow as administrative and logistical preparations enter their concluding phase. Speaking on the timeline for full operations, Chief Secretary Fali Augustine confirmed that internal Phase 1 works are completed, allowing the remaining secondary works to take place concurrently without delaying operational readiness. He emphasized that key legal administrative processes are among the final remaining steps.
A matter of how soon is really dependent on the Cabinet, but we have completed the first phase of work on the inside of the terminal, and we are starting the second phase. The second phase set of works, that those works can actually happen while the terminal is operational. So I believe we have everything we need now to go operational. There are some administrative things that must happen. So I know customs must place in the Gazette that this terminal is going to be used. That will allow for things like duty-free access and the operations that customs have by law.
Augustine clarified that unlike previous milestone events, which marked practical completion, the upcoming phase will feature a comprehensive simulation exercise followed by an official commissioning ceremony. Full commercial passenger operations are expected to roll out shortly after these final operational trials.
What's going to happen definitely, as I explained before, is that there will be a simulation exercise and a commissioning, because we did not have a commissioning. What we had previously was an unveiling at the point of practical completion. So we'll have a commissioning, and perhaps within a week thereafter, we'll be ready for full operations.
With visitor arrivals anticipated to surge in the final quarter of the year, the Chief Secretary remains confident that the new facility will be fully operational well in advance, providing a modern gateway for domestic and international travelers visiting Tobago.
Well, it can be before September, yes. That's very possible. In fact, I say it will happen within the space of a month from today. So certainly it will happen before we get to October, when we expect huge numbers coming to the island. So we are there.
The full activation of the terminal is anticipated to boost local tourism and trade significantly. Up next, Tobago Youth Awards 2026.
the Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. It's who we are and the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. We're deepening our commitment to the region, continuing to invest in the networks, services, and digital solutions that move Caribbean businesses forward. Whether you are a mid-sized business or multinational player, we bring you resilient connectivity, personalized service, and tailored IT solutions, all powered by local teams that truly have your back. We're here to help you navigate challenges, grow, and achieve your goals with practical solutions, reliable networks, and a partnership rooted in trust and your long-term success. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
I will tell anybody with a child with Down syndrome to, search for the children's skills. Don't keep them back. Don't, it's not what you want them to do. You have to see what they are capable of doing and push them, love them, because they are really sweet children. They are beautiful children. They can teach you how to be a better person, a better parent.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Ballpark League Football Finals, Buku Integrated Facility, Saturday the 15th of August. Your Shirley Temper will be performing live. Ladies, gather your team, gather your steam, all the family, all the friends, everybody outside. Your man, look at me walk on my fancy where you come from. Skin it out, let me see if it. All riders, all riders.
Tobago, are you ready to celebrate culture, color, and creativity? Then make Heritage Haven books and things your first stop this Heritage Festival. Step into a world of vibrant African wear, handcrafted accessories, unique gifts, local authors, and inspiring books for every age. Whether you're dressing for the festivities or searching for something special, Heritage Haven has something just for you. Heritage Haven books and things where culture comes alive. Visit us today at the Scarborough Esplanade and discover treasures. Celebrate culture where read it, live it.
Thank you for staying with us. 19 awards celebrating excellence, leadership, and innovation were handed out last evening as the Tobago House of Assembly hosted the 2026 Tobago Youth Awards at the Magdalena Grand Ballroom. The star-studded event to showcase the depth of talent across the island, with the young awardees recognized in areas ranging from agriculture and media to youth leadership and community service. Alia Balgobin has the details and the list of winners.
The ceremony coincided with observance for International Youth Day. Delivering the opening remarks, Secretary for Youth Empowerment and Sport, Keegan Denoon, highlighted this year's theme, Different Circumstances, Common Aspirations, praising Tobago's youth for building their own opportunities.
Today we join the world in celebrating International Youth Day, which is celebrated on the 12th of August every year. The theme for International Youth Day is Different Contexts, Common Aspirations, and what indeed a powerful theme it is. Because our young people come from different circumstances, different communities, different families, different experiences, different challenges, and different opportunities. Some had doors open for them, and others had to get up, get the wood, and build their own doors.
Chief Secretary Farley Augustine reflected on his own journey, recalling his win as Youth Leader of the Year 21 years ago, before issuing a challenge to the new generation of leaders.
That year I sat nervously in the corner in what is clearly an oversized suit, but that was the style then, and I am told that it's back in style again now. Skinny fit is no longer in style, different context, common aspiration, and I first was awarded for youth service in that year. And then the final award for the night was Youth Leader of the Year. And to my surprise, the country youth was given the nod for Youth Leader of the Year 21 years ago.
Chief Secretary Augustine issued a bold charge to the young awardees, recalling how he once vowed to take the island's top office and urging the current generation to carry out the same ambition forward.
I looked at the then Chief Secretary seated right in the center, looked him fixed in the eye, and publicly uttered a self-fulfilling prophecy indicating that I will be coming for his job. Tonight, I look at all of you young people, and I'm saying to all of you that I very much expect you to come for my job. Because if you don't, then Tobago will cease to exist.
Among the night's biggest winners was Anthurium Lewis, who scored a hat-trick of honors in the 10 to 17 age category, taking home the awards for education, youth service, and youth leader of the year. In the 18 to 35 age bracket, Joseph White won the Education Award, while Delano Jofield took the top spot for Youth Leader. Nathaniel Allen also had a stellar showing, securing both the Health and Wellness Award and the Youth Entrepreneur title for the 18 to 35 category. Other individual honors saw Chanel Brathwaite named Youth in Agriculture, Ronaldo Waldron capturing Youth in Media, and Tanisha Cupid taking home the Youth Triumph Award. Rhea Moore was recognized as Youth Mentor of the Year. In Performing Arts, Solomon Martin took the 10 to 17 award, while Clavia Simpson won the 18 to 35 division. The coveted People Choice Award went to Harmon School of SDA student LeBron Alexander. On the organizational side, the Charlottesville Police Youth Club dominated the evening, walking away with both Most Improved and Most Outstanding Youth Organization, while the Youth Voice was awarded Most Effective Youth Program. I am AMPLIA Balgobin, reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Senate President Wade Mark is once again performing the duties of Head of State for Trinidad and Tobago. The Office of the President confirmed that Senate President Wade Mark was sworn in as acting President of the Republic on Saturday, August 8th. Chief Justice Ronnie Budu Singh administered the oath of office. Mr. Mark stepped into the role following the departure of President Christine Kala Kangulu, who is currently out of the country. Under Section 27 of the Constitution of Trinidad and Tobago, the Senate President assumes the responsibilities of the head of state whenever the sitting president is abroad or unable to perform official duties. This is not the first time Mr. Mark has taken on these constitutional duties. He previously served as acting president on prior occasions when head of state responsibilities required temporary coverage. The official release from the President's House was issued on Monday, August 10th. The statement did not provide specific details regarding the duration of President Kangulu's travel or the exact date she is expected to return to office and resume her duties. As acting president, Mr. Mark will carry out all necessary constitutional duties of the presidency until Her Excellency returns to the country. As it relates to security matters across the island, Chief Secretary Fali Augustine is reiterating that the concept of localized police posts and joint patrols is far from new for Tobago. Speaking on recent public discussions regarding heightened security measures, Augustine clarified that the Tobago House of Assembly fully supports strategic law enforcement placements. AMPLIA Balgobin brings us the details in this report.
Addressing concerns over the implementation of temporary police forces and joint security patrols across Tobago, Chief Secretary Fali Augustine noted that these tactics have previously proven effective during periods of heightened criminal activity on the island. Pointing back to 2024, Chief Secretary Augustine reminded citizens that mobile and static forces were deployed to restore stability in several vulnerable communities.
I am not sure why people are behaving as though this is new to Tobago. In 2024, when we had our highest levels of murders, part of that strategy included joint patrols and included police posts in places where none exist. People perhaps don't even realize that at this very moment, a police post was established at the community center in Golden Lane. Remember, we had all those issues where it's Christmas and people car being torched in fire. and attempted murders and so on in Golden Lane, we set up a police post in the community.
Chief Secretary Augustine emphasized that neither his office nor the THA oppose the deployment of these forces. Instead, the focus remains on refining their location alongside national security officials to ensure maximum impact and seamless emergency response between neighboring districts.
We can be strategic in placing posts at the right intersection between communities as a response mechanism. But there are no objections in that regard, certainly not from my office or from the THA. And it's something that we will be discussing with national security as we fine-tune where we want them, because we need to be strategic about their placement.
Looking ahead, the Chief Secretary revealed that infrastructure preparation is already underway in other critical zones, including Plymouth and the Gibson Jetty area, to strengthen maritime security and safeguard marine parks through joint police and Coast Guard operations.
We also started preparing a spot close to Gibson Jetty for that same thing, to treat what we see happening in the marine park and to ensure we have Coast Guard and police working jointly to treat with some activities we see in that area. So this concept of police posts is not new to us. It's not something we will reject. It's not something the people of Trinidad and Tobago are rejecting.
With discussions ongoing between Tobago's administration and national security heads, the strategic rollout of these posts aims to reinforce community safety and deter criminal activity across both land and coastal areas. AMPLIA Balgobin, reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Don't go anywhere, more news is coming up right after the break. But why wait? Take Tobago Updates with you wherever you go. Connect with us right now on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube to join the discussion. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay right there.
Football finals, Buku Integrated Facility, Saturday the 15th of August. Your Shirley Temple will be performing live. Ladies, gather your team, gather your steam, all the family, all the friends, everybody outside. Your mother, look at me walk online, fancy where you come from. Skin it out, let me see if it. All riders, all riders.
From the reef to the road. From the reef to the road, Tobago calling. Sweet vibes, sweet wine, everybody falling. We bring the culture straight to you. Tobago Updates, we keeping it true.
Oh gosh, Tobago Updates. On the screen, there we go. You're home for October, can't even show. From the big stage, shine to the road line. We bring Tobago to the world in real time.
Tobago Updates, Tobago Updates. Carnival 2026, we set the pace. Wave your flag, anywhere you're there. Anywhere. Island love, trimming all around you. Yeah. Clicking long on for the rhythm start.
Tobago Updates, Caribbean art, Caribbean art. Tobago, are you ready to celebrate culture, color, and creativity? Then make Heritage Haven books and things your first stop this Heritage Festival. Step into a world of vibrant African wear, handcrafted accessories, unique gifts, local authors, and inspiring books for every age. Whether you're dressing for the festivities or searching for something special, Heritage Haven has something just for you. Heritage Haven books and things where culture comes alive. Visit us today at the Scarborough Esplanade and discover treasures. Celebrate culture where read it, live it.
Welcome back. As commuters and pedestrians traverse the busy capital of downtown Scarborough, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Tobago Division continues to make their presence felt as officers will continue conducting targeted sweeps through the commercial capital. Reporter Joel Green George has details on law enforcement's strategy to prevent crime in the area.
Police officers and K9 units patrolled downtown Scarborough before 11 a.m. yesterday, conducting searches and speaking with pedestrians along busy thoroughfares. Tobago Updates spoke to Senior Superintendent Rudel Kirk, who confirmed not only is this one of their routine weekly, even bi-weekly sweeps done in Scarborough area, it is meant to keep a firm grip on law and order in this hotspot. This assessment follows a pattern of criminal activity in the capital over the past 18 months. In February 2025, 7 knife-wielding men broke into the popular E-Day supermarket on Milford Road, opposite KFC, chopping 3 of the employees and making off with over 200,000 TT dollars and 15,000 US dollars. 28-year-old Cody Kaju of Beetham Gardens, Trinidad, was charged with that robbery and appeared before Master Franklin on August 4, 2025. Violence erupted again at Dutch Fort Corner opposite the Scarborough Port on June 2026, when a man survived a targeted late-night shooting. Commercial establishments faced further disruption late last month when a masked burglar carrying a hard-shell suitcase raided Aldi's supermarket on Milford Road, taking high-value alcohol and cigars. Business owners have previously raised visibility concerns after police removed the Central Mobile Scarborough precinct, which was located near the port, in May 2026, for reported sanitization and deployment. SS Kirk has confirmed that the TTPS will maintain continuous patrols and sweeps as a standard procedure to maintain order and protect business operations throughout Scarborough as we head into Great Race this coming weekend and Tobago Carnival later this year. For Tobago Updates Television News, I'm Joel Green George.
As excitement builds ahead of the annual Great Race weekend, security operations are already ramping up across Tobago. Earlier today, commuters and residents in Tobago reported seeing a heightened police presence on the roads. To see how members of the public feel about the extra boots on the ground, Tobago Updates interns took to the streets to get their reactions.
Well, I feel safer because of the rising in crime activities in Tobago, so I feel a sense of security seeing so much police officers on the street for this weekend.
I think that the initiative of the police officers is come out and to start, and not to say necessarily patrolling, but seeing their presence can alleviate a lot of the issues that we have with Great Race weekend. We have excessive traffic, a lot of accidents due to intoxicated drivers, so I think that the earlier presence might bring awareness to some people and allow them to make better decisions as the weekend approaches.
To keep the place safe and make sure everybody enjoy themselves and go home safely.
Police on the street, good for the traffic and for the crowd. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I would say I would feel safer because the police are on the road, so you would feel more safe. Yeah.
The weather report when we return.
I will tell anybody with a child with Down syndrome to, search for the children's skills. Don't keep them back. Don't, it's not what you want them to do. You have to see what they are capable of doing and push them, love them, because they are really sweet children. They are beautiful children. They can teach you how to be a better person, a better parent.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So, even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Tobago, are you ready to celebrate culture, color, and creativity? Then make Heritage Haven books and things your first stop this Heritage Festival. Step into a world of vibrant African wear, handcrafted accessories, unique gifts, local authors, and inspiring books for every age. Whether you're dressing for the festivities or searching for something special, Heritage Haven has something just for you. Heritage Haven books and things where culture comes alive. Visit us today at the Scarborough Esplanade and discover treasures. Celebrate culture where read it, live it.
Ballpark League football finals, Buku integrated facility, Saturday the 15th of August. Your Shirley Temple will be performing live. Ladies, gather your team, gather your steam, all the family, all the friends, everybody outside. Your mother, look at Miss Walker, my fancy, where you come from? Skin it out, let me see if it. All riders, all riders.
And now for a look at the weather update from the Trinidad and Tobago Met Office. Tonight mostly fair and hazy with a light breeze and a few isolated showery spells during the early night and near dawn. Tonight's minimum temperature should hover around 25 degrees Celsius in Piaco and 26 degrees in Crown Point. Tomorrow, generally sunny, hazy and breezy conditions despite a few partly cloudy intervals with isolated showers. There is a low 30% chance of an isolated heavy shower or thunderstorm favoring southern parts of Trinidad. Partly cloudy intervals will continue overnight with occasional showers. Tomorrow's high temperatures could reach 33 degrees Celsius in Piaco and 32 degrees in Crown Point, with the heat index reaching 36 degrees in Piaco and 35 degrees in Crown Point. Please note that official statement number 2 has been issued. Gusty winds and street flooding can occur in the event of heavy showers or thunderstorms. Additionally, a significant concentration of Saharan dust is present in the atmosphere, so sensitive persons should take all necessary precautions. Seas are moderate with waves measuring 2 to 2.5 meters in open waters and near 1 meter in sheltered areas, occasionally choppy. In Port of Spain, high tides are at 4:52 a.m. and 5:35 p.m. with the low tides at 11:12 a.m. and 11:27 p.m. In Scarborough, high tides are at 4:36 a.m. and 5:11 p.m. with the low tides at 11:03 a.m. and 11:10 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow is at 5:56 and sunset is at 6:24. And that is a wrap for this evening's news. Remember, the news doesn't stop here. You can catch continuous updates online anytime. I'm Renessa Ortiz. Enjoy the rest of your evening and we'll see you right back here tomorrow. Let's leave you with a final check of tonight's top stories. THA stands against SSFL inequities, considers their own sports league. Communications Worker Union demands answers on TSTT and Hilton. And new airport terminal in final stretch for commissioning.